let's go ahead and start going over it, please. So we're finding the greatest common factor of the terms in the following expression, and then we're going to use that greatest common factor to complete our model and write our answer. All right? So let's start with 54. Two numbers that multiply to get 54. 6 and 9.
2 and 3.
And then
3
and 3. Very good. Thank you. Oh. All right, moving over to 36. Two numbers that multiply to get 36 are 6 and 6, which is 3 and 2, and 3 and 2. Circle my prime numbers. And then over to 90, two numbers that multiply to get 90.
9 and 10.
9 and 10, thank you.
6 and 15.
All right, now let's go ahead and write these out so we can find our common factors. So we have 54, which equals 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. We have 36, which is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. And then we have 90, which is going to be 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. Everybody with me so far?
There's another 2 of them.
In 90?
Yeah, it's only 4.
It's only 1.
Oh, wait.
No.
It's only 2. It's only 1, 2, bro.
There's 1, 2.
We should have 2, 3, 3, and 5.
I'm only looking at the right one.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to have to unplug that for right now so I can move. Okay, looking at these three numbers, which ones do we have in common? Which numbers are in all three?
And 3. 2 and 3.
So we have 2. We have 1, 2, and 3.
Then another 3.
And then another 3, right? Good
Yeah.
job.
8.
So our greatest common factor is going to equal 2 times 3 times 3, which equals what?
18x squared, y3, z4.
I'm going to have to move that over. What is it, Deontay?
18x squared,
X squared,
y cubed,
y cubed,
z4.
z4. How did you get those?
I added.
You added. What
and
did
then
you...
I multiplied.
Okay.
2 and 3. And then I got the variables.
Mm-hmm.
The variables that's up there, I got the one that was the least in each. And then I had to put it down.
Good job.
This is what.
Very good. Very good.
So that's our answer.
So your greatest common factor is going to be 18x squared y cubed z to the 4th. Okay, now what are all of these numbers here? Are they my area, my height, or my width? They're my area, right? So I can go ahead, my area. I'm going to go ahead and plug these numbers in down at the bottom of my rectangles, because remember, this is my answer for each of these rectangles. This is what I'm trying to get to. Okay? So I have 54 x cubed, y cubed, z to the 4th. I have negative 36 x squared, y to the 4th, z to the 4th. And then I have 90 x squared, y to the 3rd, z to the 5th. Okay, now my greatest common factor that I got, where am I going to plug that in at?
The width. No, the height.
It's the height, right? So remember, my height is going to go on this very left side, so I can plug that in here. I have 18 x squared, y cubed, z to the 4th. And then from here, I can solve for my width. So I am going to plug this number in, 18x squared y cubed z to the 4th times blank equals 18 times what is going to be 54?
3.
3. I have 2 x's. I need 3. How many does my width need to have? 1. I have 3 y's. I need 3 y's. How many y's does my width need to have?
0.
0. I have 4 z's. I need
None.
4 z's. Okay, very good. None, right? So my width for this rectangle is going to be 3x.
You don't put the number on.
Moving on to my next rectangle. I'm sorry, Jemiah, did you?
Do we put the 1 or no? Like when you said 3.
Like the 1 connected to the x?
Yeah.
No, you can just put x. So 18x squared y cubed z to the 4th times blank equals 18 times what is negative 36?
2.
Negative 2.
Then put a y.
Why do I put a y, Deontay?
Because it say y cubed.
And I need how many y's?
1.
I need 1 more y to get to y to the 4th, right?
Yeah, so 2y.
Perfect. Not 2 y's.
Oh, saying 2y.
Oh, yeah, okay. I gotcha.
Negative to the 4.
Negative 2y, right? Very good. All right, and our last one, so we have 18x squared y cubed z to the 4th times blank equals 18 times what is 90?
5. 5z.
5z. Very good. So I have 2 x's. I need 2 x's, so I don't need an x in my width. I have 3 y's. I need 3 y's. I don't need a y in my width. I have 4 z's. I need 5. I need 1 more z in my width to get to that 5 for the area. Very good. All right, we're not finished yet. Let's go ahead and plug in what we have. So remember, area equals height times width. So when I'm writing this out next to the equal sign, I'm going to write it a little bit on top of the equal sign, but write yours next to the equal sign for your quiz. What number am I going to put first? What corresponds with my height? Good. 18x squared y cubed z to the 4th. I'm going to put it in parentheses because I have more than one width. And I'm just going to plug those in. So I have 3x minus 2y plus 5z. Close my parentheses. And how do I finish off my answer? Box it.
If we don't do it on the quiz, we're going to get busted on.
Like the parentheses thing.
Do what?
Then all that. Like all that little stuff at the bottom.
Yes, you have to show your work.
So we gotta put that A equals H times what?
No. This is just, right here, this is just so you remember how to write it. So if you need help remembering what order the numbers go in, then you can remember the formula is A equals height times width. If you put the width before the height, then that's not going to be right. Okay? Does anybody have any questions before we hand out the quiz?
No.
Does everybody have this written down?
Yes.
Perfect.
That was the bad one.